everybody, welcome to TG Vlogs. Today at class 8, we'll be talking about biology, conservation of plants and animals. First, this is the table of context which we'll be speaking about. And the next thing is deforestation, causes and its effects. So, what is deforestation? You all know that deforestation is like cutting or burning down trees or plants or clearing away forest for migration or building factories, houses is known as deforestation. And there are many causes like building houses for factories, procuring land for cultivation, various products, natural causes. And according to the World Wildlife Fund, half of the world's tropical forests have already been cleared and degraded, and at current rates, like the Amazons, like in 1996, you can see a dense forest, but now you can see just a barren land. And consequences of deforestation is global warming, disturbance in water cycle, soil erosion, desertification. So, desertification is the process by which continue and over time continued soil erosion can leave a land or convert a land into a desert, and this process is known as desertification, floods, and shortage of food and other forest products, and conservation of wildlife and forest. Protection of by law, afforestation, protection from forest fires, personal society efforts, and habitat preservation. The next thing is biosphere reserves. Biosphere is a part where a place where the living organisms exist or support life. So there are three parts in biosphere: core zone, buffer zone, transition zone. Core zone is a place where there is no human activity, where we call it as a dense forest. Buffer zone is a zone which is used for research and tourism purposes like safari, and transition zones are the zone where the cultivation purpose, the farmers who live and cultivate rubber products, like that farmers who live there. And the UNESCO, these biospheres are designated by the UNESCO, and they are found in diverse landscape across the world like deserts, tropical forests, and they help in research, education, community involvement, promote the integration of economic, social, and environmental consideration in decision making processes. The next one, which we'll be learning, is the main biosphere in this lesson, the Panchmahi Biosphere Reserve. So the Panchmahi Biosphere Reserve is a place in Madhya Pradesh where it consists of one national park named Satpura National Park and two wildlife sanctuaries known as Panchmahi Sanctuary and Bodhi Sanctuary. So it contains 50 species, 200 species of birds, 50 species of mammals, and numerous reptiles, amphibians, insects, and some of them are squirrels, like long-tailed squirrels, and wild cheetah, wild bulls, and chinkara blue bull, and everything. Then India has 14 main biospheres. There are, and some of the five important biospheres in India are the Kanha biosphere, the Kanha biosphere, the Panchmahi biosphere, the Great Nicobar biosphere in Andaman Nicobar, and some of the Kaziranga and Sundarbans. And the next is the flora and fauna and endemic species. Flora and fauna. So take Panchmahi biosphere as an example. They have teak, jamun, sal, mango, and Arjun as flora, whereas cheetah, wolf, leopard, barking deer, blue bull, and wild dog are the examples of fauna. And endemic species in the Panchmahi biosphere are bison, the Indian giant squirrel, the flying squirrel, and sal and wild mangoes. So, endemic species are species where plants and animals which are found exclusively in that some reserve forests. And biodiversity. What is biodiversity? Which also plays a crucial role in biosphere. So, biodiversity is a place where organisms exist on Earth in interrelationships. India is the sixth country on the list of 12 countries and mega biodiversities. It contains two of the 34 biodiversities around the world, like the Eastern Himalaya and the Western Ghats. The next one is the wildlife sanctuaries. Wildlife sanctuaries is a protected area for animals in their natural environment like forest. There is no disturbance to animals and their habitat, like poaching or capturing wild animals is strictly prohibited. India has over 500 animal sanctuaries. Among these are 28 tiger reserves are governed by the Project Tiger. Golden cat, black buck, white-eyed duck, the pink-headed duck, garnal, marsh crocodile are some of the animals in the wildlife sanctuaries. And the next one is the national parks. And national parks, there are 105 national parks in India, like the Korbel, Kaziranga, Bandipur, Ranthambore national parks. And Panchmaki also has a national park named Satpura, where it contains the wild boar, Indian giant squirrel, the sloth bear, the hyena, the wild dog, the porcupine, the marsh crocodile, and the four-horned antelope. These national parks are maintained by government to preserve flora and fauna, and the people are allowed to enter these areas, but exploitation of natural resources is strictly prohibited in this area. The next type is the Project Tiger, which is an important project in the history of government of India, where the Project Tiger consists of the conservation project for tigers, where in 1973, which is launched by the government of India in 1973. From 1973 to 2006, the tigers population has drastically deformed. And the Satpura, there are nine tiger reserves in its formative years, and they have grown as a lot of reserves in India. And Project Tiger has been successful in increasing tigers population. As of 2018, there are over 2200 uh, tigers in the country, and due to illegal activities, animals like Barasinga, wild elephants are also found in Satpura Tiger Reserve areas. The next one is the endangered animals. According to the International Union of Conservation of Nature, there are currently over 27 species threatened with extinction. So this is a serious issue which requires the urgent attention, like action from individuals and governments alike. The extinction animals like dodo, dinosaurs, and iris deer are some of the main important endangered animals. And endangered animals, if we kill frogs, snakes, lizards, bats, and owls for entering into our homes, but it creates a drastic change in the environment and the ecosystem. Like this, if we kill snake, it creates an drastic change in the environment by uh, stopping by killing the which disturbs the food chain. And killing of snakes increases the population, like pests like mice that damage the crops. The next one is the important in this chapter is the red data book. So Red Data Book is a book which is first published in United Kingdom in 1964 and adopted in many countries, which consists of endangered animals which are becoming more endangered. Their species have been decreased over the years, and they have to prioritize their efforts and allocate resources which are more needed. And some animals which are in of India are black buck, great Indian rhinoceros, in Himalayan musk deer, which are in drastic population decreases. And the next one is the migration. It is a crucial aspect of the survival of many species. It allows them to follow food source, avoid harsh weather conditions. Migration, and some of them know like birds migrate. Construction of roads, buildings, and blocking paths that animal use for migrations can change a lot of serious consequences, like survival of the species. If we have a building in the middle of the path, they may not know the path to their migration spot, and they may return back where it may have a serious consequences. And next is recycling of paper, which is important. We need to recycle paper because it not only reduces waste in landfills, but it also helps trees to save trees and prevent deforestation. And did you know there's a fact that every ton of recycled paper saves 17 trees, 7,000 gallons of water, and 3 cubic yards of landfill space? That is a significant impact. And they to save forests, to save water using in paper making, to save energy, electricity used in paper, to reduce the amount of harmful chemicals used in paper making. And 1 ton of paper is calculated as 17 full grown trees that we can save easily. And the next topic is reforestation. Reforestation is a critical tool which we use to fight against climate change. By planting trees, we help to absorb carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases, and that contribute that reduce the amount of greenhouse gases that contribute to the global warming. But reforestation isn't the important of combination of climate change. It also helps to restore natural habitats and that have been destroyed by deforestation, providing homes for countless species and animals. And there are some acts in India that have followed. The Forest Conservation Act in 1980, it aims to preservation and conservation of natural forests. The Chipko Andolan movement, which helps a people movement to save trees, and the Joint Forest Management Program launched by the government aims to regenerate and protection degraded forest with the people's participation. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'm sure I'm coming up with a new video next week. And please like, share, and subscribe to TG Vlogs. Thank you.